Hello, Medicare Advantage innovators, operators, and learners. Welcome to another video series of the Hughes Academy Risk Adjustment Made Easy, the Medicare Advantage kind. We are glad that you are joining us today as we continue on our lesson study on the EDPS edits. If today is your first time, thank you for joining us. If you are a seasoned Hughes Academy learner, also thank you for joining us. If today is your first time, I will gladly say welcome as well, and I hope that the series is very useful to you. I am very excited for all the shout outs that I get. It's been very instrumental, and the outreach that I get very instrumental to me. We've been going through encounter data processing system edits. We started from last week, so if today is your first time joining us and you haven't watched it, I will gladly encourage you to join what we studied last week, because today's pick up from there, and it's a very short video that you will learn today's and build up from there. And if you haven't also watched all the other video series, please, I would gladly encourage you to watch it because it's a very great content, learning content, as you get your feet wet in this Medicare Advantage encounter data risk adjustment world. We are going on with the encounter data processing edits, and the corresponding cheat sheet that goes on with this series is the Medicare Advantage Risk Adjustment Basics 5 EDPS Processing Status Overview. EDPS processing status overview. And if you stick to the end, I will show you how you can get your free copy. It's for free. You can download your copy on the Hughes Academy website, and you can use it to study with this as we go through this throughout this month. So last week we went over the encounter data processing system and various ways that data comes in, and data coming in from the plans, the health plan to CMS, data getting processed. We looked at the front end, which is also a CMS, but for this we are mostly looking at the back end EDPS. And as data comes into EDPS processes it. The dispositions of the data that get processed can be accepted without edits. We talked about that last week, which shows great job. You don't need to do anything. And then this week we are going through accepted with edits. So that is what we are going to look at today. What does that mean? What should you do if you get such a disposition on your record as you submitted data to the encounter data processing system to be processed? What do you do when you get such a disposition? So accepted with edits, data come in, and we discussed that there is processing on the header, the lines of the 837 record as it comes in. So looking at both of them is very crucial as we discuss this. So accepted with edits, the edits can be on the header, the edits can be on the line, and if it's an accepted record with edits, it means good job, not great job. Great job was last week. You don't do anything else. This is good jobs. The edits are informational. So the edits are for your information only, FYI, but you don't need to do any submission action. Please take your time, review what the edit is, see if it was applicable or not, and then you can make any subsequent things as needs be in subsequent submissions. But if it's like so far as the record is accepted, it went through and it's accepted with the edits, they're informational edits. You don't need no further actions. You don't need to do anything per the submission standpoint, but at least take some time, review what caused that informational edit for your information, and then you make sure you use it as applicable to subsequent submissions. So when you get accepted with edits, that's what it means, and that is what you do. And there are some examples that I'm gonna toss out here, looking at the EDPS edit spreadsheet, and I'll pull it out here. Here are some of the informational edits, and you can see here from disposition is informational. This is missing pickup zip code and is applicable to professional. This is applicable to professional, institutional. This is applicable. These are applicable to all these. So you can see here that here are the edit disposition codes, and they are informational edits. So you just have to review it and not necessarily do anything else in terms of submission for those specific edits. I hope that makes sense. So last week we went through accepted without any edits. Great job. You don't have to do anything. This week is accepted, and I will go through all the risk things that are needed for it if we qualify for risk adjustment, which will be a different story. But with the submission, you don't have to do anything. Good job for submitting, getting accepted with edits. It's still a good job. And so that is what you do. You don't have to do anything, and that's what it means. And I will pull in some examples here that if you go to the CSSE operations website, you look at the EDPS edit lookup tool, and you enter the code. For example, I'll enter 01440, and you do search. You recognize here that it's an edit code. It's for, category is a provider, disposition is I. So it's telling that it's informational edit. So the disposition I is informational edits. It applies to everything, and this is the description. There's no resolution, and it's not deactivated. So it's still currently an active edit that you see as you submit your encounter data records and chart review records to the EDPS. So I hope that's helpful and useful for you. As I end, this is the cheat sheet here. As I promised earlier on, it is for free for you on the Heels Academy website, which breaks these edits down as a cheat sheet. You can have handy dandy cheat sheet you can have on you as you look through this, and you can download this on the Heels Academy website as well. You go to the heelsacademy.com and you navigate to the resources. You can download your copy. It's down here. And if you're new to the Heels Academy, you can also download your signature gift, which is from Chaos to Clarity, the essential comparison cheat sheet that compares Medicare Advantage data sources for you easily, simply. And you can also join our Thriving email list that will get information from us to you directly to your mailbox every week as we release things. So fill it up, and then you don't miss anything from us. And thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for learning with us. Please feel free, if this has been useful to you, feel free to like, to subscribe, to share, to comment, to reach out on what else you would like us to learn and to be able to explain here. So otherwise, this is what we have for today. We keep it simple and sweet, and we'll pick up next week with another video series as we complete this month's learning. So thank you so much again, and I am your host tutor, Dr. Prince Bewa, and I appreciate you for joining us this week. Thank you for now, and bye-bye.